Hey everybody, my name is Eric Skwarczynski, and of course you're listening to the Preacher Boys podcast. Now on today's solo episode, I want to talk to you about a really neat program that I've been testing out for the last 2 months. Now I know, especially with 2020 happening and with all the added trauma, the conversations of the nature that we have on this show, it can get really heavy and it can be difficult to remember to focus on the most important asset that we have, which is ourselves, and to really practice that self-care and really just make sure that we're doing what we need to do to make sure that we're okay. And that's where the app that I'm going to talk about right now really comes into play. The app is called Shape and Foster. It's a really cool social networking group, and honestly, it feels pretty similar to a mastermind if you've been involved in something like that. But essentially, it is a 12-month kind of program. It takes you through lifestyle development, gives you knowledge about nutrition, mental health, fitness, life coaching, financial planning. It even gives you access to free yoga classes, which I'm terrified to try out, but I probably should at some point if my schedule's flexible enough. But really, Shape and Foster is all about enhancing your quality of life by improving awareness, your identity, and your potential. And really, I was excited about this app because it's something that I started focusing on this year. At the beginning of the year, I was about 250 pounds. I was unhealthy. I was sitting at my desk. I was eating junk food. I was chugging sugary soda and like 3 cans of Red Bull a day. And I was just not in a good place. Add on to that, starting a podcast and moving locations and taking on a new business venture. And then COVID hit. And my business lost, like I said, I lost about 75% of that income. We had just moved to a place where our expenses were significantly higher. On top of that, I was processing trauma and things that I had experienced in my own life. I was dealing with the weight of this podcast, which deals with some very heavy topics. So I was in a very bad spot. I lost about 20 pounds just from stress and was down to 235. And even though I was excited I was losing the weight and looking better, I mentally was not healthy. I was not in a good place mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially. And one of the things that I started to address was, my mindset. And so I was able to get connected with a program called 75 Hard. It's a totally free program. It's just basically a fitness challenge. I did it with a buddy of mine, Travis Chappell, who hosts the Build Your Network podcast. And it was just a really, really great opportunity to get to sit down and, really plan out how I was going to improve my body. So 75 Hard Challenge, before I get into the app, basically means you work out twice a day. You do 45 minutes inside, 45 minutes outside. You do a gallon of water a day, 15 minutes of reading a day, and you do no cheat meals, and you have to maintain a diet and no alcohol. And so I did that for 75 days. Lost down to 205 pounds. So I've really lost about 45 pounds since the beginning of this year. 25 of that was healthy. 25 of that was unhealthy. And it's just been a really awesome thing. And coming into the end of 75 Hard, I really was wondering how I was going to stay focused on my fitness, my finances, my health, my mental health, how I was going to improve those areas of my life, and not just improve them, but just keep this consistency and these good positive habits. And in my conversations with therapists and with people who are experts that have come on the show, I've really understood the importance of kind of really healthy patterns in my life. And that's where Shape and Foster really came in clutch for me. Basically, Shape and Foster is like a social media platform or mastermind where you get to connect with other people who are focused on mental, physical, and just healthy lifestyle choices. And there's 5 experts involved with the program who have created 12-month programs inside of Shape and Foster, or courses, if you want to call it that. And they lean into having a healthy heart, mind, lifestyle, financial planning, all of that good stuff. And there's like 2 to 3 hours of video content every single month that you get to go through. And on top of that, I said there were 5 experts. There's actually 6. There's a yoga instructor who provides online classes through Zoom. So it's really, really cool. And it's just a really, really cool program. I was able to post in there right at the tail end of my 75 Hard about my achievement. And it was amazing. Like it's not like a like on Facebook. they call it a cheer. But I had all these people that I didn't know who were in the same kind of area, in the same place of personal development, that were literally cheering me on. It's called a cheer when someone likes one of your posts. And it was just really, really encouraging getting to read articles, getting to see stuff from the founder of the company and kind of his goals. And I just have really appreciated the opportunity to use this app. And I'd encourage you guys to try it out. They have a 14-day trial. You can kind of test drive this program and see if it's a good fit for you. Again, I think with so many of you who are connected with this podcast or are in the group or subscribe to the YouTube channel, wherever you're consuming this content, this program would probably be great for you. I think there's so many of us that just get so focused on surviving that we forget to do things that will help us to thrive. And Shape and Foster will do just that for you. It's going to help you thrive. It's going to help you really pick up momentum, get connected with like-minded people who are really focused on positive, good energy. And I think it's going to be just totally awesome. And I really encourage you, just head over to the link in the description of this video and take it for a test drive yourself. You won't regret it. I guarantee it. Thank you guys so much. And thank you, Shape and Foster and Callum, the founder over there, so much for creating this platform and really focusing on helping people live their best life. I think it's so important to remember not just to survive, but also to thrive. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out Shape and Foster today.